From Yoga Guru to Business Magnate, Part 2. Ramdev was born in 1968 in Saidalipur village in Haryana to farmer Ram Nivas Yadav and his wife Gulabo Devi. They named him Ram Kishan. As a young boy, Ram Kishan was hit by a paralytic attack that affected the left side of his face. In 1977, he borrowed a book from a local sadhu and started practicing yoga, which he says almost cured him but for the squint in his left eye. The story goes that inspired by yoga, he left for the Himalayas in search of moksha and spent 3 years near Gangotri. Till I went to the Himalayas, I was only thinking about myself. There, I realized my purpose. To strive for one's own moksha is not enough. The goal should be greater good. He returned to Haridwar as Ramdev in 1993 and started teaching yoga to two students on the banks of the Ganga. One of them introduced him to a Gujarati merchant, Jivraj Bhai Patel, who took him to Surat, where Ramdev held his first yoga camp for about 200 people. He later started running similar camps in different parts of the country. The following year, Ram Nivas Garg, one of his yoga camp organizers in Delhi, gave Ramdev rupees 50,000 to make Ayurvedic medicines for malaria and Kala Ajar that particularly affects parts of Assam. That was the first time we made medicines and took them to Dibrugarh and Udalguri in Assam, says Ramdev. In Udalguri, the duo faced resistance from Christian missionaries who suspected their motives. But Bodo militants active in that region understood that we were only serving the poor and the sick and had no religious agenda. A group of militants finally met us and they appreciated our work. 2 decades later, Ramdev has now been allotted 750 acres in Chirang, one of the 4 districts under the Bodoland territorial area districts, to start a school and Goshala. In 1995, with rupees 3.5 lakh donated by Jivraj Patel and rupees 1.5 lakh from other well-wishers, Ramdev and Balkrishna started Divya Pharmacy, an Ayurvedic hospital and research center in Kankhal, Haridwar. The turning point came in 2001 when he started appearing in a 20-minute yoga program on Samskar channel in the 6:45 am slot, bare-chested, twisting and contorting his body. It was a show that got him immediate national attention and people across the country started to recognize him. 3 years later, he shifted to the more popular Astha channel, which broadcast his yoga sessions live. In 2002, Ramdev Baba opened 4 hospitals in Delhi, Surat, Ahmedabad, and Patna. 3 years later, he faced the first big controversy of his career when CPIM leader Brinda Karat accused him of using human and animal bones in some of the Ayurveda medicines produced by Divya Pharmacy. The controversy died a natural death after two different labs gave conflicting reports. One of the big moments in Ramdev's life came when he was in the 8th standard. He chanced upon the book Satyartha Prakash by Dayananda Saraswati and, as he puts it, encountered the concept of Swadeshi pride for the first time, a theme that has defined much of his socio political journey. Swami Dayananda Saraswati opposed the Macaulay education policy foisted upon India by the British. That is why I quit the government school, though I was a class topper, says Ramdev, who enrolled in a Gurukul in Kanpur under Acharya Pradyumna to study Panini's grammar, the Upanishads, Ayurveda, and Vedas. Swadeshi pride is at the core of Ramdev's education philosophy, but not at the cost of learning English. I am trying to speak better English myself because it is important on the global platforms, he says. He claims to be fluent in several Indian languages, including Gujarati, Marathi, and Bangla. It is with great pride that he showcases the classrooms of the Acharya Kulam, a CBSE affiliated school housed inside the Yogpit, where a group of young students are reciting the Gayatri Mantra on an elevated platform near a Bharat Mata statue. In another room, a teacher from Bengal is channeling a heavily accented persona to teach English to 7th standard students, and a group of girls are engrossed in learning computer programming codes. In between, the yoga guru decides to play a round of badminton with some students. Our school blends ancient Indian teaching practices with modern education. It is education for the mind, body, and soul, which teaches students to be able to ethical, he says. However, Ramdev's big dream of setting up a Vedic education board on the lines of CBSE ran into a hurdle when former Union HRD minister rejected the proposal. When Ramdev started Patanjali Yogpit in 2007, 15 ministers attended the event. Yet, when Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal invited the Yoga Guru to his swearing in ceremony, Ramdev politely declined. As a principal, I stay away from political events, he says. His political campaigns have largely revolved around three core issues: Swadeshi, corruption, and black money. In 2009, along with the late Rajiv Dikshit, a controversial and mysterious figure, Ramdev started the Bharat Swabhiman Andolan, a national campaign to restore India's pride. The initial targets were MNCs and cola giants, which were compared to toilet cleaners. In 2010, Ramdev announced that the Andolan would be converted into a political party and that he would field candidates in all 543 Lok Sabha constituencies in the general elections. But Dikshit's sudden death in Bhilai in Chhattisgarh in November 2010 put an end to the dream. In February 2015, Prime Minister announced that income from yoga related charitable trusts would be exempted from service tax. a move often credited to Ramdev. The Defense Research and Development Organization announced that it would tie up with Patanjali Yogpeeth to market herbal supplements and food products made by the organization. Meanwhile, in October 2014, the Ministry of Home Affairs granted him Z category security. In 2009, an NRI couple gifted Ramdev a 900-acre island near Scotland, now called Peace Island. The Enforcement Directorate in the then regime had filed a case investigating a possible Foreign Exchange Management Act violation in the transaction. There was another money laundering case against Balkrishna regarding transactions from his foreign trusts. There was the case of the mysterious disappearance from the Patanjali Yogpeeth campus of Ramdev's guru Shankar Dev in 2007. In 2011, the CBI had filed a case against Balkrishna on the charge of using forged documents for his passport. Congress leader Digvijay Singh had accused him of committing crimes in Nepal, a charge later denied by the government there. Balkrishna was arrested and released on bail. In Uttarakhand, police arrested Ramdev's brother Ram Bharat for allegedly instigating security personnel at the Patanjali Food and Herbal Park into attacking protesting truck drivers. They were asking for more money to transport Patanjali products. A truck driver died in the clashes. Ram Bharat is out on bail pending further investigation. Despite the saffron tilt, the yoga guru has repaired ties with other political parties that are in conflict with the BJP. Once he went live on TV applying a face cream on RJD President Lalu Yadav's face. Interestingly, Lalu was one of the few politicians who supported Ramdev when Brinda Karat launched her human bones attack. However, in the heat of the Bihar polls, Lalu had called Ramdev mental, while the latter described him as a beast. As the sun sets at the ashram, Ramdev retreats to his bedroom, a 10 into 10 room space with a simple wooden bed, a chair, and heaps of books and papers to jot down the day's learnings. It has been a regular exercise, and his notes cover myriad subjects from yoga to economics to politics to cultural traditions, a habit inculcated from the teachings of Gandhiji. The influence of Mahatma is evident everywhere. Even the ashram is modeled after the one in Sabarmati. My business has been successful, but I don't want to be a billionaire, he says. The idea of my business is to do welfare. This is the vision of trusteeship given by the Mahatma. CSR is not just a part of my business, it is the primary motive, says the Guru, who has now lined up a series of meetings for discussions on the launch of a range of child care products. It will be called Shishu Care, and doing the Sirshasan this time, the Yoga Guru hopes will be Johnson and Johnson. Thank you very much.